Hello and welcome back to another Hogwarts video. Excuse the cough. I'm Lord Keith and today we're going to be, in fact we're going to do a couple of achievements, we're going to do a couple of quests. We're going to do Sebastian and A Friend Indeed. We'll start with A Friend Indeed, that is Sirona, over at the Three Broomsticks. So we shall jump over there. We'll go on Hogsmeade. We go to here. Three Broomsticks is right across the street. There's the Three Broomsticks. Looking a bit foggy, isn't it? That'll be alright. And here's Sirona. She's always cleaning tables, this lady. I don't know.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion, and you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Right.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay, so we jump to Upper Hogsfield. So we go Wilmot. Upper Hogsfield is just here. Anyway,
Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Dorothy Sprottle is just here.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Now, you see, if you click the top one, you give her 5. But if you click the bottom one, she can get as many as 20 when you collect them.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Right, so get on your broom. Fly around
This looks
here.
intriguing.
It's only here.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Now, any hawk lumps you collect from here to when you come out of the cave will go to Dorothy. Thing is, you can collect them, but it doesn't matter how
Let's have a
many
look
you
around.
get,
See about the hawk lumps and the box
because
of
you won't
apples.
pay you for them anyway. So I usually just
That's all the
I
hawk
offer
lumps
to
for
get
now.
them, and then I get
Mrs.
them whatever
Sprottle
I
should
can.
be pleased.
I don't bother if to pay them for them or not. In fact, let's see that. We'll put that in there like that. Did you see that? Now, if this is your first time in here, I want to show you something. Down here and through here, there's a chest to collect, and it's in here. I'm sorry about the cough, my voice has been really croaky just lately. I was at the hospital the other day, and they were messing about with my throat. I had a problem with my throat. Anyway, it's left me with a croaky voice. I'll be alright, it's just, just one of them things. I'm just afraid you might have to put up with the coughing for a little while. Okay, now we're going to be in trouble when we get down here. So here we go.
Either I'll have to fight that troll or avoid it altogether.
Don't hit me, you fat bag. Miss me, you cabbage. Shut your head. Get a proper job. Miss me. Hey. Your mama's a cabbage and you're an egghead. Miss me again. Keep that. Miss me again. And he's dead. We win.
Should think they found that in London.
I don't know. What a cabbage, eh?
Lumos.
Dittany, or clumps, or clumps, chest. There's some more Dittany in here. Not that we need Dittany, you know, it's not necessarily we do need it, because we never finish up making a Wiggenweld potion anyway. I mean, they're only handy when you first start off. When you start getting power, you don't need them. Right, now need to open that. Half clumps, half clumps, half clumps. Chest, shrivel fig, half clumps and half clumps. Moonstone and half clumps. Shrivel fig, money, fluxweed. Always very handy to collect them, because you never know when you need them. Not that you do need them really. There's no point in going. You see, there is an area over here, but you can't get down it. Even though it says there's a path, the path isn't there. The path is upstairs, up here. Look at that. And Sirona's letters are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I think that's
Box.
everything. This must be Serona's box of letters.
And now we can head back to Mrs. Spruttle. There's a couple,
I
there's
should
more
find
Horclumps
Mrs.
here.
Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these Horclumps.
She's only about corner anyway. And then we jump back to Serona.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some Horclumps for you, and I found Serona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Serona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
See?
I should take this box of letters to Serona.
She doesn't
She'll be
pay you
glad.
for them at all. I wouldn't worry about that too much. I don't bother about it. You know, it's not really a big issue. It's always handy if you're broke though, but you know, she doesn't do it. But never mind. And we'll give Serona these letters.
Are you taking down that troll in the village circle?
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horclumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
It is. It is. I agree. Now, Just want to go here before I go off and do anything else. Do you know, I always forget about this house. Always.
Revelio.
Oh, it's upstairs, isn't it? Okay then. Right, now the next step is we're going to go into the world map. We are going to head to Felcroft and we're going to see Sebastian. Sebastian's over here. We can always come back and collect the chest another time.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Brookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I feel sorry for Sebastian sometimes at this section because his uncle blames him for everything.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you
Oh,
don't
he's got,
mind,
look at that, he's got a beard.
just need a moment to know.
Poor Sebastian.
I'll go and see Anne.
Not the visit he'd hoped for. I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear. Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch.
And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
She's nice, Anne. She is. She's nice.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children, especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's
Miserable
faring.
to him, innit? Never really liked Solomon.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance of what I'm dealing with. I apologise for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realise. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honour to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Let me over. No! I will make you burn. But what you do now? Ringo! Let's get on. You've made your last mistake.
Come and get it then, purple head. Because you're toast.
You know who you're thinking. How nice of you to stop by. One less human to worry about.
Is it? Come on then. Miss. Now it's my turn.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Warn me of what?
Repairing.
Right, let's go and see what's going on over here. I know what's going on over here.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar.
Do you remember this scene? Do you remember the first memory? If you remember back to the start, if you watched the other videos, you go to see Professor Rackham and he's with Professor Rookwood along with Neem Fitzgerald and Sam Bakar, and they're overlooking a village where there's a trout. This is the place.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and
Remember
a
it now?
The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realise it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Lumos.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Noticed it's not grabbed me. It's trying now. Not that it bothers me. Just put the light on. It'll go away. Now if I go over here, there's a window. See it? This is what Sebastian's waiting for me to
I'm
look
not
in.
going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway, here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
And that is the end of this quest. And also the end of this video. So, my good friends, I shall say good night. I'm going to head back to the secret room now, where I will finish this video.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not
And that's
tell
another
anyone.
quest for tomorrow. Right. And on that note, as they say in Hogwarts, I bid you adieu. I shall see you tomorrow. And all being well, we'll have another video. Okay. Take care. Have a good day, whatever you're doing. And I wish you all well. I'll see you soon. I'm Lord Keith. And bye for now.